Welcome back to DIY Willy. Today we have a Nissan Pathfinder in the driveway. It's missing a hood prop. Somehow it turned up missing. I don't know the whole story, but it's gone. They're using a wood dowel to hold up the hood. So I got a set of hood struts, gas struts, to adapt into the car. And yeah, let's check that kit out. So we get the box open, we'll look inside. This kit should be pretty straightforward. I've done this before with the Nissan, the Frontiers. So came with some nice size struts. Got some instructions here. Really not that great, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Different brackets we can use, and yeah, let's get this kit put on. Let's see. Remove A, remove B, install A, install... yeah. I think we'll figure it out by ourselves. Calling A the hood hinges. We're going to go ahead and loosen these up. This is where the bracket's going to go. We'll get these loosened up and we'll install that bracket. I'll put the bolt kind of out of the way. You may want to hold it as you loosen it up. So now that we have the bracket installed, we're going to install the pivot bolt. And that just goes on like that. So now that we have the bracket installed and it's tightened down, this was the 13mm bolts for the hood hinge, and this was a 12 and a 13 on that side to tighten that up. Next, we're going to go down here to the fender. There's an existing fender bolt. I don't know if you can see that. Right there's a good shot of it. I cut this rubber back a little bit to expose the bolt. We're going to remove that bolt and install one of these eyes in there, and this will allow to have a place for the gas strut to attach to. Now I removed the 10mm bolt for the fender. You can see the hole, and I'm going to install the new eye for the strut. It'll go into the same hole with a washer on top. Just screw it on down like this, and it's a 13mm socket that will put that down as well too. So we'll just tighten it up with a deep 13mm. Let me get that. So we've got the deep 13mm, and we'll just go down and we'll tighten this up. Get it good and tight right there. That's a fender bolt, so we want it to be on there really good. Now, like I said, I notched out this plastic for that piece to go on. Now next we have the struts themselves. Here's some nice ones. Look like carbon fiber. TSU BSA to be best. You know, it's a nice looking rod. Now it's got these little clips on the inside that you've got to remove in order to install them, and I'm going to go ahead and remove them, and then we'll install the rod. Now I'm going to install this way, okay, like this. You see how it is with the adjustable part to the bottom, just like that. All right, let me do that. Now to get these little pins out, all you do is push this over like this, kind of a compression, and just pull them out like that. Set them aside because you're going to have to reuse them. Now we're going to install the top and snap in the bottom. Should be like that. Just like that. And then we're going to put those pins back in. They just snap in. Same way they came out. Pretty simple. Of course, this one's hard to see. Where's the little hole at? Oh, there it is. It's on that side. All right. So I've got the brackets in. I've got the gas struts hooked back up, and I've got the little clips back in. Same on the bottom. I've got the bolt put in on the bottom. Can you see it? In place of the stock bolt, and I've got the clip back in. Now to put the clip in, I had to lower the hood down and straighten this out, straighten the rod out a little bit, enough to slip the clip in and make sure that it was properly seated here. It's a little bit of a handful to do it, but it can be done. And I did notch around the plastic, and you can see the rod is in there. So it's installed, it's functioning. The hood goes all the way down. I don't want to lock it because I've got some things here, but it's working, and it goes back up fine. That's just with one strut. So now we'll go ahead, we'll install the other strut. Now you got to remember, the instructions aren't that clear. I basically did a trial and error, and from putting in the other kits I figured it out. So we're going to install the one on this side. I'll need to notch out the plastic the same over here, and we'll get it done. So I loosened the bolts on the hood again. We'll show this again. These are the 13 millimeters, and I put the bracket to the furthest down position. Now we'll tighten them up. There, we got them all tight. Now we install the pivot point. Now the instructions call this the joint, the ball joint. So yeah, I guess it is a ball joint. We're going to install it right here, right now. Now this was a 12 millimeter and a 13 millimeter. I got my 12 millimeter here somewhere, and the 13 is already on the ratchet. We'll just tighten them up. Just like that. That wrench is hot. Now all I did to get access to that bolt was just took my knife and trimmed around the plastic. Now I can take this bolt out and put the other joint in there. Now the original fender bolt is a 10 millimeter. We'll just take it out and we'll put the other one in. Now this one is a 12 millimeter head when it goes back in. Install the joint in the same threads as the 10 millimeter bolt came out, just like that. I'll get my long 12 millimeter extension, be able to tighten it right up, just like that. Now it's time to put the strut on. Ooh, it's hot. If you remember the strut, we got these little clips. We got to take these clips out first. Hot. Ay, ay, ay. Put the pin back in the little hole, and lock it in. Now the hard part is getting this side attached. It takes a little more work. I'm gonna show you what it takes to get on there, like this, and then pull the hood down to be able to install the pin on the side. sure it's seated on there all the way. You heard it pop. Stick the clip in there and lock it down. Let me show you. Stick the pin in there and lock it down, just like that. See? Just locks down. Now the hood will go up. All right. Look at that. There they are. The strut's fully installed. Everything's tight. Now we can get rid of all these parts and really see how it looks. But they look good in there. This is the only kind of thing that's funky, is this piece here, but I'll leave it there. The other side doesn't have it. So yeah, let me clean this mess up and we'll take a better look at it. Now we're trying to pick all these parts up, get stuff out of the way. You will have a couple brackets left over, and of course the factory screws or bolts that you took out of the fenders. I'm just going to put it all back in the package. And these instructions, I gotta tell you, weren't much help. Very vague. The pictures aren't very clear to really let you know what you got to do. But we got it done. Enough trial and error. I'll put it all back in the box. Now this kit comes from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description as to where it came from. And let's see, it comes from City of Industry, California, so it doesn't come far. And we'll put the part number and everything in there. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll get it in the description. And it turned out well, very well. Let's take a look. The hood goes down, and let's see, it'll open back up and go up on its own. A lot better than having to worry about that prop rod, right? So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. This is the first project we've done with the 2018 Nissan Pathfinder. That it was needed. Those struts were definitely needed since the prop rod was missing. And well, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and always come back to DIY Willy for your Nissan, Chevy, Silverado, Suzuki, and of course the mini bikes. And well, I'll catch you next time. Bye.